Welcome back to another trade recap. Have not uploaded one in a while, but I took a break-even trade today. Kind of want to talk about it, so we're just gonna get into it. Made $0 today, break even on this short right here. Now let's just get into it. Coming into the day, I wanted to see. So first of all, okay, higher time frame. We're pretty bearish. We're continuing the sell model. I thought that this 1 week bullish for value gap was going to, I thought this low right here, hold on, let me just mark the gap so like it makes sense. I thought that this low that interacted with the gap, or it was this low. Yeah, I think it was this low. I thought this low was going to get reswept and then we were going to push higher. That's what I was kind of hoping for, but it looks like the draw on liquidity is lower on higher time frame. I can see these volume imbalances taking us lower, and I can see, I really don't think this sell side is going to get ran, but it might, like, you never know. Are we at EQ of the range yet? Let me see this. Although this is on the weekly time frame, it's good to kind of have this, like, kind of like pay attention to this a little bit. We're about to hit discount. I mean, we're about to hit the 50%. I don't know if did we hit that today? No, we didn't. I was going to say. Wait, no, that's literally like, okay, that's not even that many points. But yeah, so my chart is cooked. Oh my Lanta. All right, so basically what I wanted to see on the higher time frame was I wanted to see shorts present themselves. Obviously we're pretty bearish on the higher time frames, and I just wanted to see any short opportunity present itself, right? So I wanted to see this 4-hour internal high get ran. I was somewhat open to taking a short off the 5-minute internal high, but the reason why I didn't think it was going to happen was because already before market open, we were already pretty close to it. If we were down here and then at market open, we distributed up and then got here and then we got a V-shaped inversion right here, I would have been super open to taking this. But considering the fact that we were pretty close to like running this already before market open, I did not think I was going to take a short from here. Plus we have a 15-minute devil's mark up here, so if this 4-hour gets ran, I would want to see this 15-minute devil's mark get ran also. With this 4-hour internal high gets ran, then I'd want to see the 15-minute devil's mark also. Pretty much. So off open, we push lower extremely, and we took out this 1 week internal low. First setup of the day is it right here? This 30-second. You sweep a 1 week internal low, you get a stop rate, and then you get a V-shaped inversion targeting this 5-minute internal high. Okay, considering the fact that we were already not really respecting this. Okay, wait, let me refine my words. I was pretty close to entering on this trade, but the reason why I didn't was because in my perspective, let's say this does play out to the upside, right? And there's been 2 situations like this before where there's a mech model that presents itself, but it's targeting high resistance. So this most likely will be protected. Why am I pointing? these highs, where's my pen at? Where the frick is my pen? Wait, I'm trying to look like on my computer. Guys, chill, please. Where is my pen? Okay. These are all, bro, oh my god. What the frick? These are all considered high resistance, okay? But they could get ran. So, most likely they won't get ran, and we'll just get a short setup. But if they do get ran, then people are like, oh, maybe I'll target it. Here's how I look at it, okay? Something I learned, there was a specific trade it was July 24th. No, it was a different day. it's something I've been like looking at in my journal, so like that's why I just set a random date. I'm not like capping right now. There's actually a day where there was high resistance disguised as it was between the 17th and the 24th, where there was a bounce off a 4-hour internal low, and there's a bounce off a 4-hour internal low. No, there was a long setup that presented itself, a mech model targeting a 5-minute unfilled, but it was like we bounce off a PD array, we bounce off a 4-hour bearish here, right? We get a mech model, right? We get a mech model situation. Okay, there's a 5-minute bullish right here, and there's a 5-minute bullish right here, but there was a low that got swept out by a low in a 4-hour fair value gap. So it was like a low, and then that swept another low, that then swept another low. And although this is only one 4-hour internal high, I still consider it somewhat high resistance. So I think, okay, and I took this mech model short, and then I got wrecked, got absolutely obliterated. And so what I learned was like there's a 4-hour internal high right here. Here's what's way better, okay? You could take this mech model, sure, or you could wait for manipulation of this 5-minute and then take a long. It's more probable. But basically, here's what happened. So yeah, but then today, obviously, we didn't get that same setup. We got, sorry, my dryer just went off, bro. It scared me, oh my gosh. Basically, right here, we get that same setup, but we're targeting somewhat that could be high resistance, so I didn't take the setup, and it gets absolutely wrecked. And at this point, this is not even, and also, higher time frame is just really bearish. Like, it's just very bearish. Then we continue lower, then we get presented with a 15-minute ideal setup. I wanted to see this 15-minute get ran, but considering the fact that ES interacted with it, frick, I went too far. Considering the fact that ES, so like, okay, I was waiting for this 15 minutes to open up at 10 a.m., right? It opens up, we manipulate inside. I obviously want to take shorts with this also interacting with the 15-minute, but I was like, okay, wait, let me think about this, okay? We literally just rejected a 5-minute. So NQ is also in a spotted distribution with ES. So I'm open to taking this 2-minute short. Now I waited for this 2-minute, and then I waited for us to tag one RR right here, and then I entered. Stop loss of the high. Now, I was in this trade for a pretty long time. We were chopping, and then I was like, okay, 10:15 is about to open up. And once 10:15 was opening up, I just closed it at break even, because 10:15 is a high time frame candle, 15-minute high time frame candle, and the rule is that if a new PD array is being formed with the new high time frame candle, then that's when you should expect manipulation. But if a new PD array is not being formed, you should expect distribution. Considering the fact that there was already an unfilled PD array at my stop loss, I was like, there's a chance I get manipulated here. So I just closed out at break even, which saved me from a loss eventually. But yeah, that's gonna be it for today's trade recap. Hope y'all learned something. See y'all tomorrow if I drop. If price action's trash, I'm not gonna drop.